So everyone's wondering how to fix movement here in Chapter 5. So during today's video, I'll be showcasing some pretty good settings you can go ahead and use to maybe improve that. So if you're excited about that, make sure you watch this video until the end. And really quickly, before I get into this, if you want a chance at getting yourself a gifted item from the item shop, all you gotta do is drop a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Most importantly, make sure you go ahead and leave your Epic Games account name down below up in the comments so I can go ahead and add you up and gift you if you end up winning. Good luck. Now, really quickly, let me go ahead and gift out an item to a subscriber right here, right now, in 3, 2, 1. Remember, this could be you, so good luck. Now, without further ado, let's get into this, and let's talk about movement and how you can improve it here in Chapter 5. I'll be showcasing everything step by step right here, right now. Just a friendly reminder, and also, big shout out to everybody using code OO7 up in the Fortnite item shop. I truly do appreciate it, as I am an Epic partner. Now, without further ado, let's talk about some good settings we can go ahead and use here in Chapter 5 to improve movement and aim as well. So, let's go ahead and check this out. First thing we got to do is head over to our settings, just like this, by clicking Start, and then heading over to settings. Now, from here, the one thing, I'm gonna mainly point out everything that I would recommend doing right now. And for example, there's certain things you can change on the Fortnite screen as well. If you want certain settings, like if you want it to showcase player health or quick bars or anything like this, you can actually change the visibility of it within your settings. To keep that in mind, just keep that in mind. And also you can make the map smaller so you kind of have a better view. So keep that in mind, but that's not really what that video is about. We have a video about some settings you can go ahead and use. Now, starting it out, as you can see, we got these options right here. Now, from what I've heard and what I've done is everyone recommends to have this off. It's not really worth using unless if you're on like Nintendo Switch or something. It's recommended for that. But for the most part, I hear a lot of people just saying, have this off. And if it's off, you don't have to worry about anything else here. But yeah, that's what's recommended. That's what I've heard. Now, some settings I've been using for a while here on Fortnite, I'm about to showcase. Now, I do not play on keyboard and mouse, so keep that in mind. But if you guys want a video on that, maybe I can do some research on some pros and figure out what's the best setup for keyboard and mouse. I don't play on it, but I can do some research and find that out for y'all. So if you want that, stay tuned and let me know. And let's get into it. So as you guys can see here, we got the input settings. Starting it out, I definitely recommend having vibrations off. So that's what I would do. Definitely toggle it off. It's gonna be a lot better. If you're using it currently, try it without. Definitely recommend having that off. Now, my look sensitivity and my aim sensitivity are both at 7. I prefer this. Obviously, go ahead and practice. Like whenever you increase your sensitivity, I recommend increasing it 1 notch at a time and then trying out each level of sensitivity. But definitely use a sensitivity you're comfortable with. This may be too slow or too fast for you. So yeah, definitely experiment with that, but I recommend 7 and 7 because that's what I use. Now, I was also using, lower settings, but I gradually increased it. Now, the look horizontal and vertical speed, I have them both set at 38, as you could see right here. And then the turning boost is both at 0%. Now, as we continue along, we have this at 0.20, and then we have the ADS sensitivity is both at 9. I have it both set at 9, and then 0, 0, 0, as you can see right there. Now, this is another thing I recommend is the dead zones on your controller. So the thumbsticks, sometimes you'll notice you'll have like controller drift or something like that. You feel like your thumbstick isn't like at 100%. This is gonna help out with that. So I have mine at 8 and 8. That's what I prefer using. But your dead zone may be even more crazier than mine. So maybe increase the dead zone if you feel like you need to. You can increase it as high as you want, and then increase that range or decrease that range, as you see. So those are the settings for that. And as we continue along over to the controller, as you guys could see, this once again is off. And then we have all these settings here, which I'm just going to scale through because I don't think you really care about that too much. But yeah, these are the settings I recommend using. Of course, this will improve how you view the game like 100%, because, and as I'm talking about this, let's go ahead and hop into a 0 builds match really quickly just to check this out. But long story short is, if you want to increase the movement and increase your experience on the game, you want to make sure you're running it on some good settings. You want to make sure you're running it on some good settings. Now, are these the best settings? You know, for me, they work good. I like them. Would I say they're the best? I'm not sure. It just depends. You may, you know, like certain things a little bit differently. So that's why you got to make sure you actually experiment with it and make sure you're on a good setting. And then also, as you guys can see, the build sensitivity is at 1.8. So, and then 1.5. Now, that being said, I think that's most of the important things here. Now, let's go ahead and load up into a game, make sure we save those settings. Let's load up into a match and talk a little bit more about movement. I want to talk to you guys about movement, or at least I want your opinion in the comment section down below. A large number of people are talking about movement and how they like or don't like it here in Fortnite Chapter 5. Now, I see both points of views. I see both of them. Now, I want to know your opinions down below. Honestly, for me, I don't really mind the new movement. I feel like this Chapter 5 is great so far. The map is really dope. And the movement, I feel like, is going to do pretty good in the future of Fortnite. We just need to adapt. That's what we got to do. We just need to adapt to the new movements. Now, is there glitches and things they got to work on? Of course, maybe they can make some little hot fixes, little tweaks to this and that. You know, if there's certain glitches with stuff, or if they need to increase or decrease something, you know, I'm sure they'll tweak it. But at the end of the day, new movement in Chapter 5 is, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Of course, I'm not like a pro or anything, but I feel like as we get used to it, it will grow on us, and then we'll like it a whole lot more. It's just that thing of adapting to it. Now, let's see if I can get an elim before the end of this really quickly. Let's get it. Bubba Fett, how you doing? GG's, and we got a crown. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful, and share this with your squad members. And they might just get a crown win, or a crown at least, just like that.